What's up, my chosen family? So I know you guys haven't seen me in about a week, and I was busy. I had to take a trip. I had to get out for a little bit. It's been a while since I have got to go on a ride or any type of trip. So I went somewhere and just, got away for a little bit, clear the mind, reset the mentality, which is always necessary for the chosen ones. Sometimes you have to fall back and reset your mentality, because during our season of growth and our season of isolation, we're under so much pressure that sometimes you just have to get away from all of it and refocus. Sometimes all it takes is a deep breath in a day to get away. Sometimes that's all you need to recalibrate your mindset. So I want you to know that that's good if you do that. If you take some time off to yourself, if you haven't done it in a while, you've been busy growing, you've been busy healing, you've been busy maybe moving your stuff around, you've been busy studying, you've been busy working out and working and grinding. You've been busy. But sometimes God just wants you to rest. Just like working out. When you can work out 4 or 5 times a week, you can work out all the time. But here's the thing, if you don't rest, you won't grow. If you don't rest, you won't heal. The rest is just as, if not more important than the workout itself. When you're working out, you're breaking down muscle fibers. They have to rebuild. It works the same way with your mindset. The same way, family. So what I really want to talk about today is what happens when the chosen one goes into his isolation or her isolation and comes out the other side, the things that you got to be wary about. So I want you to understand, when you're in isolation, see, I was in an isolation phase for about, I would say at least 2 or 3 years. It's been about 3 years, really, where it was just all self-improvement. I wasn't moving around, going out. I wasn't connecting with other people. It was a time where I had to completely separate myself from the pack, where I had to completely fall back from the rest of the people. Because to be different, you have to do different. If you want more than an average mentality, then you can't hang out with average mentalities. And most of these people are asleep. That's a fact. Most of these people just go every single day doing the same thing over and over, and ain't none of it progressing their purpose. None of it's chasing their purpose. So if you want to chase your purpose and find out what your purpose is from God, it's going to take some isolation. It's going to take some falling back. It's going to take some self-evaluation. But what I want you to understand is, during this time when you're coming out the other side of your isolation, you must be very wary of attacks, because the devil will send people to stop your blessing. He'll send people at the end of your isolation because he knows how long you've been working on yourself, and sometimes it can get lonely for you. Sometimes it can feel like you just want somebody there, right? After a long period of time. People aren't meant to be alone, especially men. It says right in the Bible, man is not meant to be alone. When he finds a wife, he finds a good thing. But I think it should be a great thing. When you find a wife, it's a great thing. But it's got to be the right one. Because the right one will understand that when you're expressing your heart and how you feel about something, instead of getting mad and attacking you, instead of getting mad and coming at you for speaking your truth, speaking your feelings, speaking the realness of your heart, they will understand that they also have to hold themselves accountable. And that's a fact as well. You can't be right 100% of the time. Everybody has some growing to do. But I want you to understand that when you're going through your isolation for a long period of time and you're ready to come out of it and you're ready to spread your wings, so to say, I want you to understand that the devil's going to send things in your life to try to get you on the wrong lane, to get you back to where you came from. And he can do this with narcissists. He can do this with manipulative people. He can do this with people that are jealous, people that just have bad spirits. You know? And then there's also people that get sent into your life that are to help you progress. You got to have the discernment to know the difference. You know? And one of the best ways to know is by being the chosen one, being too real for it. When you're real with people that don't have the proper intentions, it's always going to trigger them. They're going to start calling you crazy, start calling you this, start calling you that, only because you're speaking facts. See, facts shouldn't trigger people to act out of pocket. Because if someone spits facts to me, it's not going to make me mad. It's the lies that make me mad. It's when people portray what they think onto you and try to tell you this is how you feel. And I just be like, no, it's not. That's what makes me upset. Now, if someone's coming at me with true facts and expressing things that are going on, then I will self-evaluate. But see, we have made it through way too much to not understand who we are. We've made it through way too much, especially if you came out of that other side of isolation. See, some people go through isolations for a couple months and all of a sudden they think they're healed, or they think that their mindset's where it needs to be. My mindset was already rare breed. My mindset was already next level before my isolation. When I went on my isolation, it took me 3 years to only get here. And I'm only saying only because I know the work is so far from done. I know that the journey is going to get greater, and that it's all going to start at the beginning of this year. It's already starting, but in 2024 is when I'm going to start rolling things over. See, right now I've been so busy that I wasn't giving myself time to rest or reset. And sometimes you have to do this. You know, even a lion needs rest. And that's a fact. Sometimes you got to regroup and fall back from the things that you've been doing every single day, trying to be better, because we put so much pressure on ourselves to be who we want to be, to make what we want to make, to have the people that we want in our lives. But here's the thing, is it's going to happen in God's timing, and that you can't force it. You can't force it. The only thing you can do is make sure that you're heading in the right direction, and make sure that the people that gotta go, to make sure that the people that need to come with you, that you understand who they are and separate the two. And if you don't know, sometimes you just got to ask God about it. Ask God if these people are supposed to be in your life or not. But I'm telling you right now, during your isolation time, the best thing that you can do is be by yourself. By yourself. It's the hardest thing to do sometimes, because people don't really like to be by themselves. That's when you know that you've reached your full capacity of peace and healing, is when you can be by yourself and 100% happy with that. That no matter who comes and goes, you understand that you're good. You understand that you're on your purpose. You understand that nothing's going to hold you back from the direction that you were in. But you have to be very careful of coming out that other side of your isolation, the time where you might be vulnerable or you've been lonely by yourself for a long period of time, because the devil knows this. So he's going to send the very thing that you're looking for. And it could be to try to hold you back. I want you to understand how vital this is in this time where you're vulnerable and you're coming out of your side of healing and you're stepping into your purpose. Understand that sometimes you're going to receive attacks that are going to try to hold you back, because the devil already knows in the spiritual where you're heading. He already knows how important you are in the spiritual realm, and he doesn't want it to come to pass. He knows that if you fully heal and you fully step into your purpose and you get the time on your hands that you need, that it's a wrap for him. He knows that you will save many lives, that you will heal many lives, that you will bring many people out of the darkness and into the light. And I know he knows this about me, because I have been through so much. There's very little that anybody can say you don't understand, because I've been through it all. I've been through so much adversity, it's unreal. And I remain with a smile, and I remain positive. I remain strong. I remain faithful. Was I always? No. There was times where I felt weak. There was times where I felt alone. There was times where I felt like, how am I going to make it out of this? But what I did know is that I wasn't going to give up. What I did know is that I would make it out of this, because I didn't go through all that to get to here and stop. All that back there was a test. All that back there was trials and tribulations. All that back there was preparation for the destination. We're on our way, family. We're on our way. And ain't no devil in hell can stop it. Ain't no person can stop it. Ain't no door being closed gonna stop it. When God opens something up, it can't be shut. God's destiny for your life will happen, no matter what circumstances look like around you. And this is what I want you to understand. So even if it seems hard right now, or even if you seem stuck right now, I want you to understand that this is a test, and that you need to be learning everything that you can learn in this season, so that you can take it with you to the next stage. New levels, new devils. Every time you hit a new level, you got to face a new devil, family. And sometimes it ain't a devil. That's just a figure of speech that we use. Sometimes it's not even a devil that you're facing and you think it is. Sometimes it's a test from God, because he knows what you have to be able to make it through, because he knows what you need in your tool belt to make it through what's coming up. He's taking you through the hard testing because he knows where the blessing is. He knows what it's going to take to make it through the things that you got to get through. And he's fully equipping you. He's getting you prepared like a fighter in the ring. A fighter in the ring has to go to hell and back. A fighter in the ring has to put blood, sweat, and tears every single day just to get to the place where it can become a winner. And God knows this. So I just want you to understand this, family, that you have to have discernment of what is going on in your life. You have to understand if people are adding value to your life, if people are trying to lift you up, or if every time you express yourself on how you feel or what you want to do, they constantly drag it down. Because the people that are meant for you are going to care about how they make you feel. they're going to understand of what they're dealing with and who they're dealing with. And if you have a chosen one in your life, I want you to know that you are blessed, because these people will make you grow to a level that you've never been at, because they've been through things that most people couldn't imagine and made it out, especially if they made it out alone. And a lot of times they did, because chosen ones have always been rejected, especially by people that were close. So I want you to understand that it's okay to reset. It's okay to understand that God's going to put people in your life, but it's also okay to understand when things aren't good for you, or when it needs exited out of your life, or where you might just need to take a time to reset and clear your mind and think about it. You know, you got to meditate on it. You got to talk to God about it. So I just wanted to drop a video real quick because I've been busy. Wanted to let you guys know that everything's good. And I want to thank all you new subscribers and people who's liked and shared, because it will come back to you. Just know that God sees every action that you do, and that it will come back to you. So there'll also be a place where you can donate to the kingdom in the description if you want to. I don't ask that very often, but I want to give people a chance to put seed into the ground so they can catch a blessing. So I hope y'all have a blessed day. Stay focused, stay positive, stay blessed. And I'll be seeing you guys soon, y'all. Salute.